You're on.
Hello, I'm your host, Robin Leach, and welcome to this week's edition of John Santos the Radio. We have the wealthiest celebrities and the best guests, stars of Hollywood, stage, screen television, and of course the radio. Here's your host, John Santo. Thank you, Mr. Leach. Robin Leach, back from the grave. Isn't he great, Mr. Producer Robin Leach? He ran a great show back then.
He was pretty entertaining. Got a great
So we
voice.
are. He was right. He was very entertaining back then.
Yeah, and his voice too. He was just very, very
The voice,
excited. He excited you.
very excited, and he made you excited to see the wealth that other people had. Like I would, no matter how, like I was struggling to pay for my college education, and I'm like, why am I watching these rich people?
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm
Well,
like, but you wanted to see what they had, which is extravagant.
we always want to see how the better half lives.
Yeah, yeah. When I'm president, I'm gonna tax the hell out of them. I want to pay for my Mars mission. I want to go to Mars.
Yeah. Mars
You know what
is
I'm actually really going to do? The National Endowment of the Arts. I looked up their budget. You know what their budget is? Take a wild guess. What the National Endowment of the Arts budget is? Wild guess. I was surprised too.
$32 million.
So I thought it was something like that too, right? I thought like 20, $30 million, right? So we think alike, right?
Yeah.
Guess what? You know what the real budget?
What?
Are you sitting down? You're sitting down,
I'm
right?
sitting.
$162 million
I'll
for
be
the
honest with
National
you.
Endowment of the
I
Arts.
don't even know how you endow arts. What is endowment? I don't even know what endowment is.
So there's a government agency that determines who should get the money,
Okay.
and that's what they do. They determine who gets the money, and
Hmm.
it's $162 million worth.
So the endowment of arts funds the money to whoever they want to, or they just get the money and keep it.
They no, they pick. So I don't know how much of that actually gets paid out. How much of it's the budget to run the office of who gets the. I don't even know how many employees they have.
Hmm.
But that's a lot of money. So when I'm president, that's all going to go to stand-up comedy, the entire amount.
Well, I can't wait till you become president. I really can't. I'm
It's
really
going to be
I'm
great.
I'm counting on you. I mean,
I'm going to give you like $10 million. I'm going to give. I'm going to give
I don't think you're supposed to
what?
say that on the air.
No, I want to tell people right up front that these media outlets that we're on, these amazing radio stations, which are great and have a lot of talent. Like I said, I'm the number one show on this network at this time, but there's other amazing other shows
Yeah.
that you have, right? You have a lot of great shows.
Yeah.
But if you had more resources, you could do more, right?
Of
Could you
course.
do more if you had $10 million?
Absolutely. I could fund so many new ventures of the business.
All right. So I will give you $10 million, and you could take $1 million right off the top of salary, and then put the other $9 million into whatever you want to do.
That would be great because if I just take 1 million for myself right away and just put it on the side, then I don't have to worry, no stress, and I could just focus on the other 9 million.
That's right. And then you'd have then you wouldn't have to worry. Right, you'd have enough time to focus on the rest.
Yeah, yeah,
You would be making more than me at that point because the president makes $400,000 a year.
yeah. But just think, when you're done with your 8-year tenure of a
Mhm.
successful presidency, you're going to be getting paid so much money speaking at places. I mean, you're going to be in
Well,
so demand.
the presidential salary has only gone up a couple of times in the entire history of the country. So it went to it was $100,000 under Lyndon Johnson, and then when Nixon became president, Johnson had authorized a $200,000 salary to the next president, right? So it wasn't like Nixon raised his own salary. It always is for the next one,
Mm.
right? So Clinton raised it from 200,000 to 400,000. That was in the year 2000, and that took effect with Bush, right?
Hmm.
So it hasn't gone up in 20 years.
Yeah.
So when
Well,
I'm president, I want it to go to 800. It always doubles. I want $800,000.
or you won't do it.
Well, I won't do it.
I like
I
that
want,
attitude. That's a very, very
but I
patriotic.
mean, how much, there are CEOs that make, well, you're going to be $1 million CEO. So right there, you make $1 million a year. There are CEOs of companies that make several 10 times, 20 times, 30, 50 times that
Oh yeah.
with stock and everything. I think the president is very underpaid.
Absolutely, but it's not supposed to be about a paying job. I mean, just think you don't have to worry about anything. I mean, you're taken care of with everything. You with every expense. So the time you become president, you
Mhm.
don't need any money whatsoever. You're going to be given everything you need,
Well,
and
yeah, the food, everything
you
is,
know,
except actually, you know what though? Dry cleaning is not included in that. You have to buy it. I get billed for that at the end of the month.
mm,
And snacks in the residence are not included.
hmm,
So the M&Ms with the presidential seal, I have to pay for that at the end of the month.
wow,
So it's not 100% free. But you know what? You know what bothers me though is the. It hasn't gone up in a long time. I want 800,000, and I want a suite at City Field, a bulletproof suite.
mm,
Um, Although actually, no, I wouldn't be able to go to every Met game. I'd be in
no,
Washington.
you'd be in Washington.
I'd have to go when the Mets play the Nationals. I could go to those games.
Yeah, well, you would get the suite at all the stadiums in Washington D.C., and you'd be able to attend all the games when your New York teams come to see you.
Oh, so when the Giants play the Redskins, I'm going to call them the Washington football team, the generic. When
Mm-hmm.
they go to play the football team, then I could go to that game
You can go to any game you want, but yeah, you would go to the games of your choosing. Yeah.
of my choosing. But if I throw out the first pitch at Nationals ballpark, I'll be damned before I wear a freaking Nationals jacket. I'm walking out there in a bulletproof Met jacket and hat. I'm
You're,
not wearing the home team crap. No way.
you're the president. You can do whatever you
I'm
want.
the president.
And
I'm
it's
going to get a Met jacket with the Met logo and the presidential seal with a blue and orange version of the presidential seal. So it all blends in with my Met jacket.
and as far as the M&Ms are concerned, I mean, if you're giving me 10 million, I'll just send you all your M&Ms so you don't have to worry about the monthly M&M bill, you know.
Oh, I'll pay. That's very
Yeah.
nice. Actually, you
Yeah.
know what? I think I get a $50,000 expense account.
that should cover the M&Ms and the dry cleaning. I mean, I
That'll
think.
cover the M&Ms. But like, if you came to the White House in a non-official capacity, like if I just said, "Hey, Bob, I'm having a Super Bowl party. Come to the White House," right?
Mm,
Whatever food I serve at that event for entertaining, that comes out of that expense account. I can't.
mm.
Yeah, that's not free food. That I have to pay for.
Well, you can always tell, like, bring your own, you know. Everybody brings a dish, you know.
No, if you come to the White House, I'm gonna have the food there.
Okay.
You can't bring your own food. If you bring chips that I accidentally eat,
That's right.
it has to all be checked by the Secret
Yes.
Service.
They
So
throw it right out, the food.
they'll throw it right out. So
Yep.
like, I
I
mean,
saw that.
I can't even go to a drive-through with my motorcade. I
No,
have to get
they
the
won't
food.
test it. They throw it out. They can't take the chance.
Nope. I actually saw a thing on how they get the food for the White House. So I always thought it all came from one place, like a whole thing. The Secret Service has a group of people that are assigned to presidential food, and they shop randomly at area supermarkets that they've already pre-assessed.
I think they started using DoorDash recently.
Did they? It pulls right up to the White House.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yep. Yep.
I'm just gonna check on our guest. I might lose the connection when I text
Okay.
Gal Gadot. Hold on one second. Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can still hear you.
All right.
So
Uh,
we're checking in on our guest for the evening.
so we don't know if it's Gal Gadot or her stunt double. We're checking now. So we're just gonna see what time she comes in, and so we'll hopefully we'll get a text back there. Okay. I mean, you could imagine Wonder Woman would be very, very busy,
Oh yeah.
even at this time of the year,
Yeah.
because the picture comes out on December 25th in theaters. It already broke the charts in overseas. Did very well, and it's going to be on HBO Max here Christmas Day.
Mm.
It's released a couple of days. HBO. I don't have HBO Max. I don't have. I have a few streaming services, but not that one. But I'm going to get that one for a month at least.
Yeah, they say that one's like the best out of all the cables.
Yeah, because I have, for my Star Trek Discovery and that new one, I've got CBS All Access, and then I've got what's it? Netflix, Netflix, Hulu. I get with my cell phone free,
Mm-hmm.
and what's the other one I have? Oh, Disney Plus for the Mandalorian and all that stuff, the Star Wars stuff.
Okay, so I think our guest is on their way in as we speak.
Oh, good. I have the music all set up. Hold on. I got the music for Wonder Woman all ready to go. Hold on. Here we go. Wonder Woman is joining us. There she is. Now we have I don't know if it's Gal Gadot or the stunt double. We're going to find out. But let me play the music first. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a radio big event. This is the biggest celebrity we've except for John LaRocchia that we've ever had on the show. So so here she is. Hold on one second. What happened? Where's the music? Hold on. I'm going to fire my intern. Hold on. One more share. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. There we go. Hans Zimmer, baby. He did the Wonder Woman theme. That is a kick-ass theme from Batman and Superman. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Wonder Woman.
Hi. Hello, John. How are you?
Hello, Miss Gadot. It's wonderful to have you on the show.
Oh, thank you. It's so nice to be here.
I know that you're very busy with Wonder Woman, being the real Wonder Woman and the movie. How are things going with the movie?
Yes, yeah. It comes out Christmas Day. I hope you will all watch it. I still can't believe that I am Wonder Woman. I'm from a small village in Israel, and I get to be this Wonder Woman. Is amazing. Is really nice for me, for the family, and for my children to look at me like, oh wow, mom, you're so strong, So they maybe get a little scared of me. I hope,
So I know you can't really talk about the movie too much, but can you tell us if the invisible jet is in the movie?
John, that was on my list of questions that I cannot answer. I'm
Can't
so
answer.
sorry.
Okay, I didn't think so, but
I cannot answer.
You can't blame me for trying. First of all, I'm very excited to have you because you were fantastic in the Batman and Superman. You kicked ass in that movie.
Yes, I was wonderful in that. Yes, I was great. Thank you, John.
You were wonderful in that. I mean, literally wonderful. If to use the word wonderful.
Yes.
But when Batman, when Superman said, "Is she with you?" and then Batman goes, "I thought she was with you." That was incredible. I mean, that was, and then the music, very exciting picture.
Oh yes, everybody talk about this, that we nailed it and it was so wonderful. It's great to come here to America and to be a big star, and I just have to stand there and say a few lines. Really, really great for me.
How much preparation did you put into the picture? How much once you realized you were cast, how much getting into the character did you have to do?
They let me be in my accent. I'm Israeli and this is just how I sound. And so I didn't have to work on anything like how I speak. And they give me the lines and I sometimes I say them how they would like it. Or if I forget them, I say it how I like it. And nobody corrects me. So it's great. I'm really tall, so I can eat whatever I want and I don't gain weight. So I always look good. It's basically very easy for me. Things were hard until I came to America, and now things have really gone my way. It's very, very easy. It's great.
Well, the costume I'm glad they kept the traditional Wonder Woman costume. There was all kinds of talk of having like a black costume or a gray, and that's not, on, people don't realize on Themyscira that is the attire. That is traditional attire for the Wonder Woman character.
Yes, I always admire and look up to Linda Carter. She was the original Wonder Woman, so beautiful and talented, and I just feel like I'm so beautiful and talented. I should wear what Linda Carter wear, and so I think that's why they do it. For me to go and wear black, it's like I'm not from New York. I don't need to hide anything. So I really think, they know in Hollywood, they know what they're doing.
I like when Wonder Woman has the cape for formal. It's strange because Superman and Batman, those superheroes, the cape is on all the time. Wonder Woman doesn't have a cape, but she does for special occasions, like award shows or like stuff. Like if she gets honored by like some thing, that's like it's like a more of a formal thing, not a tactical thing like Batman has.
Yes, and John, like I said, they let me do what I want. I walk in, I'm tall, I look very beautiful always. And so if I want to wear the cape, they say okay. If I say, I'm hot today, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, they say, Gal Gadot, you are a big star now. We do what you like, and it all works out. Everybody, they like the movie, so it's good.
Excellent. Anything else you could tell us? Any other insights you could tell us about the
Well,
upcoming movie?
yeah, well, it takes place a lot in the 1980s, which was a
Yeah,
really a nice
yeah.
time to be alive, and a lot of colors and a lot of sequence that we really like to replicate and to make, and a lot of humor there is there. I don't understand a lot of the jokes, but
Right.
I know there is humor. People will laugh. The matrik, they're gonna giggle, they're gonna like it, and then it's gonna get scary and intense, and then it's gonna be a joke again, and it shift the mood, and people gonna like it because you want to experience a range of emotion. I think when you see a big movie like this, so you have it all. You have the action, the music, the love, the comedy, and it's nice to have a time in the different
Hmm.
era of the 19 shalosh 80s.
Right. Now it's funny because you were born in 1985,
Yes.
so you're not even you're younger than the movie. It's like with the
Yes,
movie timeline.
Anilo, remember the 80s? Anilo, it was, I guess I was little Yalda, 5 years old. So, it's hard to, and I grew up in Israel, in Tel Aviv, not even in Tel Aviv. It was outside. We don't have the 80s in Israel. There was no 80s like there was here. You guys have this big 1980s is like a thing. We don't have such a thing. We have a lot of wars. We have evil people trying to take over the land. There's no such thing. Oh, it's a nice 1980s. No, 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 no. It's not this way. No.
But it was really cool the way Wonder Woman was like in 1917, like in World War One, and then you see her in the picture there, your character, and then you see her in later. Like she's always
Yes.
the same though. Like she doesn't change. That was
No.
really cool because that was never part of the original series. It was always like World War II was when Wonder Woman came out. This was They brought it back to World War One, which is very interesting the way they did that in the Wonder Woman movie.
I feel very comfortable in a war. I was in the army, the Gadna, they call it. I know how to fire weapon M16,
Mm-hmm.
automatic. I feel very comfortable with the combat scenes, and I was born like to do this. I was a tall baby. You know, I always look the same. Whether it's going to be in the 1918 or it's going to be 100 years to the later, it's not gonna matter because Gal Gadot is Gal Gadot. Is that's what you get.
Well, they definitely got the right person. I love listening to your stories because it's incredible, but they got the right person for the. I just think it's horrible that Wonder Woman had to wait so long. They made so many Batmans, Supermans, movies. Wonder Woman was a TV show, and until Wonder Woman appeared, well, I don't even want to count Batman versus Superman because she was just a character in the movie. 2017 was the first full length, all by herself, her own movie, Wonder Woman movie.
Well, John,
that's terrible.
No, yes, here you have to understand, at Lomevin, you see, here in America, you have this thing like, feminism, we need it for the Yalda, the woman is going to be the hero. In Israel, we don't have this, okay? Like, I've killed men, when I was 18 years old. They come into Israel, they have a bomb. The women, they're doing this. They're the star in the army. This is how it is. We don't have like, we need to make a movie and even the girl is going to be killing people. No, we're killing people all the time. We kill them all the time. This is, it's in Israel, this is part of life. So, here is like, we have a lady, she's going to be the star of the big movie, but the truth is, in Israel, or the women, we kill lots of people, and we're always the star of all the movies.
Well, I've seen this is a show on Netflix called Fauda, and it's filmed in Israel. Great. I've watched all 3 seasons. The one thing that I don't understand, I already may not know why, but it comes out in Israel like 6 months before they release it here. And yes. I'm like, why can't stuff just all come out at the same time? It's, and they release the whole season at once. Like, you can stream it, like some streaming, you have to wait till the next week of a current season. Fauda, they dump the whole season, like 12 episodes immediately. So I usually watch them 2 or 3 at a time, get through.
Yes.
It's a very exciting show. But why can't the stuff just come out internationally all over the world at the same time? I don't understand why they wait.
Yes, Fauda is an exceptional TV show. Exceptional. They begged me to be in this show. They say, Gal Gadot, you need to come. You need to go and do and be. And I say, my agency say, you can't do small TV Netflix show. You Wonder Woman is a big Gadol thing to do. So I think that they have their own little production. They do their little schedule. Look, a movie like a Wonder Woman is gonna go Christmas Day is gonna come out. It's gonna be, we make a special deal with a HBO, and then for somebody who is gonna get COVID, he's gonna go to a special movie theater because he don't care, But the Fauda, is they don't want to do week to week. They say, you know what, Israeli, they're all or they nothing. They're all or they goonish, 0, nothing. So you're gonna say you want it, just gonna be, you get it all at the same time, and that's it. So I think that's how you're dealing with Israeli, another country. You had to come. You come to this. We're not shtisel. Okay, we're not shtisel. It's Fauda. Yeah.
So, do you watch Fauda? Do you watch the show Fauda?
I don't have time so much for little programs.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But I do. I admire. I like Lior Raz. He's the star. He's not very handsome, but he's still very sexy because he killed lots of people, and he do it in real life. He do it. In real life.
He's former Israeli Special Forces, I think, right? He's a
ex-military,
so yeah.
He's a real actor, not just for Netflix act. No. He's a real. He go
Oh,
and
bigger project. Oh, I see what you mean.
he
Yeah,
go
yeah,
and
bigger
he
project.
pretend, like, hey Hamas, I'm one of you. Oh, we friend now. We make friend. Boom, boom, boom. Now I kill you. I shoot you. So I admire him.
Let me see who the cast is. Oh, you're talking about Leo Raz?
Yes, he is the creator and the star.
He's Daron. He plays Daron, the main
Doron,
character. Daron, yeah.
Doron.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know how to. Right, I'm not as versed as the pronunciation. Yeah,
Ken.
no, that's a great show. In the third season, they go into Gaza, and it's like really exciting how they infiltrate. I don't want to give it away, but it's extremely exciting. The only thing that's hard for me to follow, you really have to watch the show because they're speaking Hebrew, I guess, but that they portray in English, but it's dubbed, so it looks like a kung fu movie with the way the mouths are moving, but but it's not in sync with what they're saying, like a kung fu.
You
movie.
watch it dub? You dub?
Well, it's dubbed the American. Oh, that could be why it's not released.
You don't know. You don't watch it dub. Don't watch it dub. You watch it with the subtitles. Then you get to feel. You can hear the Hebrew and the Arabic. You don't know. Watch it dub.
Oh, maybe I'm watching it right. So, well, the one I watch, it's dubbed, but the Arabic is subtitled, but the Hebrew is English, but it's dubbed. I should watch it with all subtitles. Can I do that on Netflix?
Yes, it's make for a more authentic experience.
Right. That would be better. Or I could watch it on Zoom with you and you could translate for me in real time. That would be even better. I'm kidding. I was kidding.
I don't know. It could move very quickly, the show.
The show's very quick.
They go in and out of Gaza. Gaza is such a piece of shit. It's chara. It's like dirt is nothing.
That's one of the special forces guys. I can't remember his name. The guy with the beard. He looks like a really badass Israeli special forces guy. So he's like making fun of the intelligence people. He's like, "Oh, you're Gaza. You're the experts. Have you ever been there? Have you ever smelled the sewer? Walked this way." He got really pissed that they came up with this stupid plan to go rescue these hostages. And he's like, "I'm telling you, I've been there. It's horrible." And it was. Like he was like yelling at them because they had never been on the ground. That guy was on the ground there. He was formerly inserted. So that was really cool. But I like the guy. It's a Cohen. He plays the guy Gabi. So he's in the hospital.
Gabi. Oh, yeah, Mitsu Young.
Yeah, he's
terrific.
He's terrific, and he was in the hospital, and he goes, "They took good care of me, but God punished them for the food."
Yes, he's terrific. He sent me so many flowers when the first Wonder Woman come out. He many
did?
flowers.
Oh,
yes.
wow.
He's a big
Well, he's
fan.
a nice guy. He's a nice guy. I've seen him in interviews.
He speaks Arabic as beautiful as Hebrew. It's really mashu. It's something.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because it's funny. But you mentioned the women and all the interrogators are women in that show mostly.
John, is like I tell you. In Israel, the women, the men, they are all the same.
All the same.
We don't have this transgender. No, you don't need it.
Because everybody's equal. I love it.
The man is a woman and the woman is a man. It's all the same. Right. And you just, you have sex and, I have this one, I have that one. Nobody cares. You just do it, America is so like, a woman is a vice president. We have Golda Meir, okay, like many years ago.
Oh,
and
Golda
America
Meir.
Is like, everything is a big deal here,
Yeah, Golda Meir, I'm a big fan of. She was tough. I'm just going to see if we have any questions from the audience. How much time do you have, Ms. Gadot? I don't want to hold you up too long.
No, I have 7 minutes.
7 minutes. Okay, let's see if we get some questions. Let me just make sure. I'm just typing here while we're doing that. My intern called in sick today. That's why I don't have an intern to do this stuff. But I don't really have an intern. I'm not going to lie to you because I can't lie to you. You have the lasso of truth. So I'm just going to say that
I always know.
you always know the lasso of truth. Let me see. Why is it not able to see my thing here? Just 1 second, Miss Gadot. I apologize for the delay. This is so exciting. I am having so much fun. As I'm looking this up, I just have to ask you, when did you find out that you got Wonder Woman? Do you remember where you were when you found out?
Actually, I tell you, I was flying home to Israel. I was on the airplane, and I got a phone call. You know, I had my phone. I paid for the Wi-Fi. I paid
you
for
paid for the Wi-Fi?
because I paid for service, and you know, it's a 15-hour airplane, a 10-hour in, and I'm by myself. I get the call, Gal Gadot, you got the part of Wonder Woman. I started screaming
On the plane.
Screaming on the airplane. Oh, they're almost gonna land the plane. They think something wrong, and you know, I can't say what it is. They say you're not allowed to tell nobody. So I can't even say I said, I was just happy about something, and I can't. Everybody, they think I'm crazy, you know. But so it was very exciting.
Oh, we have a caller. We have Governor Cuomo calling in with a question for Gal Gadot. Go ahead, Governor Cuomo. Hello, Gal. This is Governor Cuomo. I wanted to ask you, when you film or when you are Wonder Woman, did you consider having a mask? A Wonder Woman mask? She has to wear a mask. Or is she immune from COVID?
You know, okay, Governor, it's nice to meet you. I hear so many nice mixed things, frankly, about you, but it's so nice. You know, it's a silly question, kind of tipesh, because Wonder Woman, what, she gonna get COVID? She can't get COVID. It's impossible. So to give her a mask is silly, and it makes her like regular. She's not regular.
I think we have another caller. We have Arnold Schwarzenegger calling in from California. Arnold, you're on with Gal Gadot. Hello there, Gal. It is fantastic to be here with you, and congratulations on the movie. It looks fantastic. It's going to make billions of dollars and all of this. And my question is, would you consider having me in the next movie? Thank you.
Oh, you know, hi, Governor. It's an honor.
Right, 2 governors. I didn't. That's right. Good catch, Ms. Gadot.
Yes, well, I'm very intelligent. You know, I do not make a casting choices, but of course, it would be an honor to ever work with your muscles and you.
That could be a good combination. He already hung up, but that could be a good combination. That could be
he could be my father maybe in a movie.
Right. Oh, right. Good. Right.
Right. They could do a movie, The Terminator, and I could be like the next generation.
Right.
Linda Hamilton, you know.
Right. You could be like like the next Sarah Connor, like at a different stage.
I mean, I'm already in such good shape, you know. During the pandemic, I put a whole new home gym, you know, and my whole basement is like better than the Equinox, you know. And so, and my private trainer, he moved in with me. I mean, I can't, you know, he had to quarantine. And so he working 10 hours a day to keep me. I'm already in good shape, but, you know, this way I am in Wonder Woman shape. Nobody can come close to the shape I'm in.
Right. Wonder Woman shape is a whole different ballgame.
Well, I mean, I'm naturally good, you know, but imagine I'm living with a trainer and my basement has I mean, it's almost humanly impossible to achieve this, John.
Right.
So what I'm saying is they should take advantage and cast me in another role, you know, while I, you know, look like this.
Right. Yes. Well, are there any
not only Wonder Woman, other things.
Well, right, yes, absolutely. I think you could be in so many different things. I think
So many.
you could be like in a James Bond type thing. You could be like a double O in the new Bond movie. You could be like
I
you
could
could
be
do a
new
whole
007. I could be
new
the
double O.
007.
Yep, or it could be like a well, definitely I want to see another Wonder Woman movie because I think the Wonder Woman movies are fantastic. I would like to see a Justice League movie with Superman, Wonder Woman, the Batman, the Aquaman, all the superheroes like in the cartoon when I was a kid. There was a cartoon with the whole of Justice and all that. It was that would be a great picture.
I'm not a fan of Marvel or DC
Now
Comics.
DC's
I
better,
don't,
yeah.
growing up in Israel, this is, we're always afraid for our life. I don't sit and read a comic, but to play Wonder Woman is nice because she iconic. She's iconic.
Yes. What if there was like an Israeli 007 type movie? That would be interesting. Like you're a
Yes.
Mossad, like an elite Mossad agent or something. A double.
Well, you
like
have the Fauda. That is Fauda.
Found it. No, but I mean
He
like a
is
movie
007.
with. I mean like a movie with just you, like not like a whole team of special forces. I mean like a spy thriller type thing. That would be interesting.
Well, everybody in Israel is James Bond. Everybody. It's like you go on the street in Haifa and you saw this guy, he's James Bond. He's James Bond, except better because nobody drink a sissy martini,
Well, isn't he diluting it by cracking the ice? It's like he's watering it down, but he's ordering it in a snooty way.
I'm going to tell you, I saw the James Bond movie when I was a little yalda, and I think he's homosexual. I thought it because he's with his hair, he's with his clothes, the martini is neat, and the girls, they, how the homosexual men, they're always with very pretty girls. So
Right.
It seemed to me like, oh, this guy is spy. He doesn't go into Iran and kill anybody. Where's he go? He go to Greece. He go to a beautiful hotel. This is not a real spy. This is a girl.
Casino Royale. He's in that elegant hotel in Montenegro, or whatever, Monte Carlo.
This is not a tough spy. This is
no.
They make nice for him.
I wrote a James Bond spoof because I do impressions of the James Bond people. So the spoof is like I'm in it's in the modern times. Like he used to romance women to give them information, and I'm like with my co-star, but I don't look like James Bond, right? So I'm not like that, leading man looks. So she just gives me the.
You don't.
No, I don't look at right. So I'm not like that caliber. So thank you for telling me. But the
yes.
So the women, they don't want to. I don't have to romance them. They just give me the information. They're like, okay, here's the file, and I'm like, no, but we should go to bed. I should romance. Oh no, that's okay. I'm doing it for the good of the country. Here's the file, and they just give it to me. They give me like the thumb drive. Everything is there, So there's nothing to. There's no. It's not a traditional Bond movie.
I think for you that make a lot of sense.
A lot of sense because I'm like James Bond more towards when he's almost near retirement. Like he's like kind of like so we filmed an action sequence today where I'm running and the studio said, oh, it was such a good idea to film it in slow motion. I'm like, no, that was really me running. So
yes,
I'm not in Wonder Woman shape, or Superman shape or something.
You need a trainer. He's gonna live in you. You have like an equinox in your basement, and you need a pandemic, and there's nothing to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna write down the name of your trainer. I'll get it from your agent I'm gonna write that down because I really should. If I'm gonna play James Bond, I should really be.
Yes, and we do a Krav Maga 5 hours a day. So you get ready for this, and it costs a lot of money. I don't know, John. I don't think you can afford this.
I could probably afford it. I'll have to see. I'll have to check the budget.
I
But
don't think
this show is
this.
doing very well. I'm doing very well with this show, so I don't know. And this one, I mean, you know how much I charge for advertising on this show because you were on? I made a fortune in advertising.
Well, I'm happy that I can help you, and you had me market 1984, which is coming out Christmas Day.
Can you say that one more time?
Yes, the movie gonna come out Christmas Day.
Christmas Day on HBO Max.
HBO Max, Christmas. This is your plans.
I have to tell you, talking to you, I mean, obviously I'm a big Wonder Woman fan, but talking to you, I am so in the mood for, I love Ben's Kosher Deli, and I'm probably going to go there for lunch tomorrow because I'm so in the mood for kosher after talking to you.
I mean, Israel and kosher American Jewish food is not the same. You know, if you
Not
want
the
to,
same.
if you talk to me, you're gonna want to have a falafel. You're gonna want to have a shawarma, hummus.
Ooh.
You know, a Ben's pastrami. What is, you know, this is, anyone who eats this has never been in the army.
No, I get the same thing at Ben's. I get a turkey, overstuffed turkey on garlic bread with lettuce, tomato, and I love their coleslaw. I could eat the whole thing. They bring the pickles, the dark. Oh, those are the best.
You need a trainer to move in with you.
Yes, because the coleslaw is probably not the best thing I could eat, right?
There's a lot of mayonnaise there.
Mayonnaise, yes.
It's no good. לא טוב. It's לא טוב בשבילך, לא טוב. Shmena, they're gonna say you shemen, you fat.
This is an amazing. I'm still like lightheaded. I'm so excited to have you on the show.
Everybody is.
This is like you're like a top A-list celebrity, like with a movie coming out. This is huge. This is like, for me, I've just like made it into the big leagues.
Yeah, and for me, I feel like I do a big mitzvah.
What's that mean? What is that?
I do a big mitzvah. I do like a good deed to come on you, like helping the poor.
Oh yes. But I am the #1 radio show on this network on Mondays at 9:00. So that's big.
Okay. Well, my agent is saying to come, so I come.
Your agent is fantastic. You have a great team working with you, by the way.
Thank you. Team. Yes.
Is there anything else do you have any more time, or do you have to wrap up? Or how are we on time?
I have to go. I have to go pick up my daughter. She's at a party now.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on. So it's Wonder Woman 84. It's on HBO Max on Christmas Day. How did I do? Did I say right?
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
Yes.
Wonder Woman 84. Thank you so much for coming on, Miss Gal Gadot. Hopefully we'll have you back at some point. But this was what an honor to have you on my show.
Toda. Thank you very much.
I hope you had as much fun as I did. Thank you so much, Gal Gadot, ladies and gentlemen. Gal Gadot.
Bye. Shalom.
Shalom. Oh my God, that was incredible.
Wow, I'm speechless.
We have never. I still can't believe that just happened. I feel like I'm dreaming. Am I dreaming, or are we really on the air?
No, we were on the air. That was quite the interview. You should be very proud of yourself. I mean, it's a shame that we're already #1. There's nowhere to go because we would have went up, but we can't go up. We're #1.
I bet you our viewership, even though we're #1, I bet you we're #1. But like,
that's true.
Big.
That's true. We can gauge it on the viewership. We'll have to check the viewership immediately.
The viewership has got to be through the roof, especially in Israel. Tomorrow, well, with the time difference, we're not optimal for Israel right now. But tomorrow, forget it. When it goes on the streaming.
Oh, wait till Santo Analytics gets a hold of this.
Once Santo Analytics gets a hold of it, it's good. Now I'm using the Dominion machines to count audience now.
Mm-hmm.
So we might have 8-9 billion people that listen to the show. That would be like pretty much the entire planet.
Yeah, that would be incredible. Well, we'll have to
Now,
wait till
I mean, we'll never know the answer, but I wonder what like our extraterrestrial
market share.
listenership. Well, it could take years for them to get the show, right?
Oh, it could take light years. I don't think we'd get the data in time before our death.
We wouldn't get the data, but like it's nice to know that like so right now it's 2020 on Earth. That like in 1,000 years, another intelligent species might be listening to this.
Yeah.
And it's like wild because we'll be dead 1,000 years.
Yeah.
And what we're saying right now is on its way to being listened to 1,000 years.
They're going to go crazy, these future generations.
It's going to be crazy. This is going to be entombed. You know what we should do? We should take all the episodes at the end of each year, and I'll pay for NASA to put them on a thumb drive and put them up in the orbit.
No, we need to put them on a gold disc.
Oh, right. That's what they did. A gold
Yes.
on Voyager, they put them on a gold disc, right?
Yes.
Right, and then it'll play on a loop as it leaves the solar system.
Oh, well, I didn't know about that. I thought they would have to actually play the disc once they found the disc.
I think it plays. Do you ever see the movie Starman?
No.
You don't remember Starman? So in the movie Starman, that was with Karen Allen from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Mm-hmm.
Right, very famous actress back, still famous, but big in the 80s. And that other guy, he was the alien. So the aliens, so Voyager, it's going through space, and they're playing "I Can't Get No Satisfaction" by the Rolling Stones, and then their ship sees it and they open it, and they come to Earth.
Interesting.
And he takes the DNA of her dead husband. She had like a lock of his hair in a photo album.
Mm-hmm.
So he comes in and he's like this alien thing, but you don't really see him. And then he forms into a human based on that guy's DNA. So he looks just like her dead husband.
Interesting.
Very interesting, cool movie.
I have to check it out.
Check it out. So this is a wonderful show. I don't even think we can do any more with this show.
No, I think we should definitely end on a high note. But
I think we should end on a high note. I'm exhausted talking, and she had me cracking up. She was really funny, Gal Gadot.
Yeah, she was. She was.
Wasn't she?
Yeah, she's got quite the story. And
yeah,
she's very, very humble.
Yes, she's very, very humble. And I mean, for somebody like that to be that humble, I was blown away by her humbleness or humbality? What's the word?
Humbality. Humbleness.
I made that up. I was in marketing, so I'm allowed to make up words.
Humble. I think we can go with humbleness, or
humbleness. That's the word. See, this is you. I don't know what I'm thinking half the time, but you just help me you guide my way it's the best.
Yeah. Well,
Bobby's the best producer. If anybody out there has a fantasy of ever being a radio person, see Bobby. He'll hook you up. He's made me so much better than I was. I stunk in the beginning. I still stink, but I stink way less.
If I could work with you, I can work with anybody. Feel free to give me a call. I have a unique humility quality of myself.
And we do want to thank our sponsor, HBO Max, for the $100,000 sponsorship for tonight's broadcast. We do have to mention Wonder Woman 84 premieres on HBO Max on Christmas Day. Gal Gadot said it much better than me. She used an accent, but Christmas Day, she said. Christmas Day, HBO, Wonder Woman 84. Did you see the Wonder Woman movies, the Batman versus Superman and Wonder Woman 2017?
I never saw a Wonder Woman movie.
Oh, they're great.
Yeah.
They are great. I'm a big fan, so to have her on the show is incredible.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Incredible. So next week we have Les Deegan on the show. You remember Les, right?
Yeah, I remember Les.
So next week, Les Deegan is on the show. It's so nice that I was able to get a lot of guests lined up all at once. So now I can actually say who my guest is for next week. That's how far out I booked. It's a nice feeling to have people all lined up.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You're becoming a very hot commodity. You're in demand, and now we're in a position we have guests that are dying to get on the program.
And I try to get as many people on the program as I can. I'm not like, oh, you can't come on. I try to get everybody on.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's just a week where we don't necessarily always have a special guest co-host.
Well, you never know. Well, I mean, we've had some cancellations, some, so
We have. We have, but it's we just keep flying along. But the times that you and I just chat too, people tell me they love our banter and
our banter. We have good rapport.
good rapport. So maybe for the future, well, we'll talk offline, but we might have like a segment like where I just talk to you for a couple of minutes in the beginning, and then we bring the co-host on.
Oh, that's true too. That's true too.
Right? We could do that. This way, we always know we're going to start on time, and then the guest comes in when they want.
And we can start that way, and we can wrap it up that way. I can come in at a specific time and kind of corral everybody together,
Yes.
and you know what I'm saying? Because you and your guests get a little crazy at the end.
Yes, and then this way we're also not stressed about the time.
Yes, exactly.
See, we're making improvements even on the air while we're talking. We're making. Oh my God, we're still on the air.
All right, so let's make sure. Let's start that in the 2021.
Perfect.
We'll start
That's our new
with
format.
We'll start. We'll have our featured celebrity introduce you.
Yep.
And then you and I will chat for a few minutes. We'll maybe recap the last week's show.
Perfect.
Introduce our new guest of the evening. And then I'll basically let you guys go, take care of all the technical stuff. I'll come back around 10 minutes before the end, and we'll kind of wrap things up and, rally the troops for the ending. And if the guest can
stay, we can wrap up with the guest too.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody. Okay. Yeah. Tonight was strange because Gal had to leave, but Miss Gadot. But if the guest can go all the way till 10, we can wrap up the last few minutes with the guest. That'd be perfect.
Absolutely, because I may have a question.
And then if I forgot to ask any questions,
I'm saying I may even have a question or two listening to, maybe I might want to ask the guest a question before they go.
Totally, yeah. And then, absolutely.
Okay.
This is wonderful. All right, so announcing a new format for 2021, ladies and gentlemen.
New format for 2021, that's right.
Thank you very much for listening. Thank you, Mr. Producer Bobby, the best producer in the business. We will see you next week, December 28th. My special guest co-host, Les Deegan, the great comedian and entertainer. Till then, Merry Christmas, and I'm not going to say Happy New Year because I want you to listen next week.